Happy Saturday morning, YouTube. I have been doing a live on Instagram every Saturday about the farmers market and basically showing how easy it is to order food and come and pick up your food basket. The food farmers market has been in my life for many years. Before that, I was doing this thing called Bountiful Baskets, and I really enjoyed that as well. I had gotten my local kombucha. I get the elderberry. I got the elderberry this time. Um, anyway, I was going to show you the things that I bought. I also got my favorite bread. I really absolutely love this bread. I like it cut because I really have a hard time cutting my bread. For some reason, I always cut my hand instead of, well, I cut the bread too, but I also cut my hand along with the bread. And then I've been experimenting with veggie baskets. Like, ironically enough, I'm a vegetarian, and my sister had taught me years ago to, as soon as I go and buy my veggies, to take them home and put them in like this little crisper. It's like a Pyrex, and it's really big, like a big one, and being able to put my cut veggies in there. So I wanted to show you, like, I've been experimenting. This one came with some, I'm not sure what this is. I guess it could be kale. Um, it came with these little carrots, which I bought this bag for these little carrots. And then it came with some of this chamomile, little flowers. Aren't they sweet? Gosh, I wish I could plant these. I wonder if there's any way that I could. I wonder if I could put these in water and actually, I love these flowers so much. Anyway, so that's not even what I wanted to talk about in this YouTube. So I've been pretty vocal for a couple of years now that there is a guy that I have in mind, in my head, that I would actually like to have dinner with. I'd like to have dinner with this guy, and that has not come into my physical reality, and I get asked out a fair amount, and so I go out with gentlemen a fair amount. And what I've noticed about them is they are really, really, really bad at their game. They are so bad at their game. They just sort of don't have any clue what they're doing. And maybe it's just with me. Like, maybe it's just with me, and maybe I'm just completely not available. And that could be that I'm completely not available. But and then they have their theory as to why I am like putting them consistently in the friend zone. Like, I'm really great to, like, hang out, but, like, basically this will go nowhere. I just know it will go nowhere. And there's this pause, and them just sort of wondering, like, why will this go nowhere? And yesterday, somebody that I've known for actually quite a while, and I had spent a little bit more time with him. I don't even know what months it is, and it doesn't matter, but, like, kind of recently. And then I just completely disappeared on him, because I knew categorically that it would go nowhere. And I wanted to, as my friends at work said, free him to go meet the woman of his dreams. So so he's back, and yesterday he was putting on his best moves. Like, he was trying everything in his power to, I guess, woo me. and I was really astounded. I was so taken back by what he was trying, and I don't know if this works on most women. I'm actually not most women, which is, it's, I have this whole like private life that the majority of the people in my life know nothing about, and that is like studying the nature of reality, and and actually somehow being a part energetically of this shift in consciousness on the planet. That is my life mission, is being a part of that. And most people have no idea what I'm talking about when I say such a thing. They have no idea what I'm talking about. I mean, I am this is what every minute of every day is for me, is learning the art of happiness. Learning the art of happiness, and that happiness radiating and projecting it out, the energy of love and light and goodness on the planet at large. And so they have no idea, they what I'm talking about. And so I just would not even share that. I mean, I'm not gonna. Most of the time, I'm not gonna like share this information. But I I think maybe it's like, and when asked like, what can I do? Like, what can I do? And it's not the things that you would think. I think the best thing that a man could really do is to really learn to love himself, like to really love himself, and not like in an egotistical way, not in a prideful way, but in a like in taking care of himself and taking care of his thoughts, and like changing his energy, or um, getting into a wavelength of love and abundance and goodness, for himself. Not for anyone else, but for himself. And that being very, very appealing to a lot of women. um, but instead they I don't know what they're thinking. I honestly don't know what they're thinking. Like that women, I feel like in some ways they just have no clue. But the thing is, maybe it's just me. And I've been men have told me some pretty like mean things in the last couple years. That nobody's ever going to want to date you. From their experience, because I can tell at some point very, very early on that this will go nowhere, and then at that point I become a little distant, and I think that's a really responsible thing for me to do, is to distance myself from that situation, so that I'm not taking them down a rabbit hole of possibility where I'm concerned. Anyway, I'm still hoping. I'm still actually, hope isn't really the word. I have faith. I have faith in God about my future, and I have faith in God, and that's what I'm putting my faith in, is that which created everything, and knowing that things come to me easily, joyful, loving, wonderful things, opportunities come to me easily, and that life is for joy. And that's what I know. And so I'm learning to be content. I'm learning to be very content. Just so content. And content is a really, really addictive and wonderful state of being. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will be back.